Hello. I wanted to talk about the design that I developed for hunting critters in complete darkness. I have here my 177 Gamo Swarm Hornet air rifle that I picked up at Big 5 a while back, and wanted to be able to hunt rats at night. I initially aimed a floodlight at the chicken house, but the rats soon learned that when the floodlight was there, so was I. So I came across a couple DIY kits, and based on those, kind of developed this one specifically for this air rifle. And so I just wanted to describe the design that we've ended up with, that I'm really happy with. It works really well, it's accurate, and it stays together. To be able to see at night, you will need a camera, a screen, and an infrared light source. For my application, I have a 3-watt infrared torch that I picked up off Amazon for about $15, and I 3D printed a little adapter so it hangs onto the end of the muzzle here. I needed to be able to look down the scope, and so I purchased a camera, which you can't see, it's in this adapter here, that is sensitive to infrared light. That camera was it came with a 3.6mm lens. To be able to look down the scope, I recommend a 12mm lens. You can swap out the lenses pretty easily. This camera came with a BNC output, but I used a BNC to RCA adapter so we could talk to the camera. I have a 12-volt power supply where I spliced on the 2 input cables for each the screen and camera device. I 3D printed an adapter from the scope to the camera. That's about the same distance that my eye would be away from the scope. I had printed a couple different lengths and found that lengths that were too far out had too much leverage, and I suffered from parallax effects. I'd be shooting 2 inches high or to the left, and that's why you see these marks here on the screen, which allow me to make sure the crosshairs are exactly centered in the screen. With this setup here, all is well. This piece of plastic here is a press fit onto this adapter, and that prevents the camera from popping out the back when you shoot due to the recoil. I have a piece of tape here on the scope that's hidden a little bit by this Gorilla Tape, and that allows me to put the adapter onto the exact same spot every time if it is taken off, if I want to use the air rifle normally. And then this Gorilla Tape prevents any unnecessary rotation during the firing action. This works really well, and I will provide any of these design resources and part numbers to you if you would like. Thank you much. Alright, so I now have the camera plugged in, I have the screen plugged in, and this is what the picture looks like. The camera distorts what I see. This is in black and white for me.